Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I do a lot of diecast stuff on here, but today I figured I'd do something a little different. I'm going to do diecast, but instead of being Mopar, which is pretty much everything I collect, there's only one diecast that I collect that isn't Mopar. And it is the M2 Machines Chevys, basically the OBS trucks. The reason why is growing up, my dad actually was, I wouldn't say he was a diehard Mopar guy, but from the time he started driving, he actually had, his first car was a 68 Dodge Charger with a 383 in it. And then he had a 76 Cordoba. He had a 79 Jeep Cherokee. And up until that point, he had drove AMC and Mopars. And he was mostly a Dodge guy. And then in 1989, well, late 1988, Chevy had already just come out with the new OBS trucks. And my dad went to the dealership and bought his first brand new pickup. And it was very similar to this one here. This is badged as a Silverado. But my dad actually had a regular cab white, plain Jane white Scottsdale. Didn't have a tonneau cover on it. It had a red interior in it. But it was that truck. And it was a long box, regular cab. And when I seen this set come out, and I seen this truck, this is what set me off to start collecting this set. And I've done a lot of collecting of this set. I've gone everywhere trying to find these things. I originally started out, I bought this set here, which was the first thing to come out. This was a set of 6 OBS trucks. And as you can see here, we got the plain white Silverado from 1991, which ultimately was my favorite because, like I said, that was almost a clone of my dad's truck. And then it, of course, has the 1992 454 SS. And this one's pretty cool because it came in a raw, which I don't collect the chases. I mean, I collect all those standard models. The chases are hard to find, and I've had a couple of them, which I've traded for other models. But, I mean, gold wheels and stuff just really don't do it for me too much. But they had a raw one, which is just the bare metal, which was really cool. And that thing is going for huge amounts of money right now online. I'm talking like $150 to $300. So I'm not buying that by any means. But this thing was slammed. It gave it a really mean look. It was a very cool truck. Then we had the more basic 1989 GMC Sierra 1500, and it was like beige on brown, which is typical from that era. It was all right. It was probably, I think it's the most underrated one out of this box set. So then let me go here. This one also included this really cool, now it says it's a 1998 GMC Sierra 1500. But if you look in the interior, it's got the pre-1995 dash in it. But this one's really cool. I actually have this one loose. And I've taken some of them and I've kind of modded them. Like this one I've modded a little bit. I put a red interior in it. Painted the bed black on it. But very cool casting. I love it because it's got the snorkel. I wanted to bring this out so you guys can see like it has a snorkel on it. I took the overlanding stuff off of it just because I like the more pickup truck look. But that was a very cool one. This one surprised me. This was probably one of the most popular ones of the series, believe it or not. And this is this like mint green state highway with a plow. And I loved it because of the plow. But people mod, like if you go online, people mod these all the time. And they usually slam them, which is kind of funny. But it's really cool. 1993 Silverado 1500 4x4. Just, it looks cool. I mean, mint color. It's kind of funny, but just looked different. And then the last one, which is kind of funny, because I went to high school with a kid who had a regular cab, short box, red GMC Sierra. It was a little bit older than this one, because this one says it's a 1990. He had the lights that kind of sat in. But he slammed it and almost had the same exact wheels as this. So I thought this was really slick. So this was really cool. I ended up looking everywhere for the set. Could not find it. I had to buy it online. And I paid big money for it. But the cool thing was it came with the actual sleeve. So just like my Dodge set that I have the sleeve for it. So it's kind of cool to display. But I absolutely love this set. Now, I have been able to, it's kind of funny, I've gone to stores and I've actually found some of these just laying out. I never really found that 454 SS anywhere, but the brown Sierra I found a couple times. The green trucks, both green trucks I found several times. And I was able to get my hands on another white one, which later in the series, you'll see a couple ones with red interior in them. I took it, modded it, I put the red interior in it, took the tonneau cover off and whatnot, and gave it to my dad for Christmas. I made it look exactly like his truck. So that was really cool, what I was able to do. So we have those trucks there. Then we have, I got the box around here, but I have it loose just because I have it on display. So later in that year, O'Reilly's usually, M2 sends like exclusive trucks to O'Reilly's. And this was in an ornament set. This was in a big bowl, which I have down, tucked away. But it came with a Christmas tree in it. And it was just a really cool casting. Hard as heck to find. As soon as everybody knew that it was at O'Reilly's, I went everywhere. I could not find it at any of them. And it just so happened that one of the guys I collect with found it. So I ended up getting it off of him. But it was a super cool casting with the O'Reilly stuff on it. Now, this was last year's, or I should say 2022's. This year, they came out with another ornament set, which I actually have. And I have that box down below, too. But this is the truck that it came with now. It came with a tree, but I have it loose so I could display the two O'Reilly's trucks together. This time, it was a GMC instead of a Chevy. But just a normal, regular cab. All of them are regular cab. They're all short boxes, technically. But this time, we had a 4x4 look to it. So, again, there was a Christmas tree with it. But both of these trucks, I usually set them up with the lift. I actually have two of these ones. Like, again, this one was super hard to find, and it goes for big money. So, I absolutely love those two. Now, we're going to get into some of the box sets. M2 usually does things where they put, they have model kits, they have carded displays, and then they have these box sets. So, I'm going to go through some of these. They're not in chronological order. I'm actually missing only 2 trucks right now out of the set. There are 3 new models coming out after this video will be put out. But there's one's a Foose Edition one. There's another Autothenics truck, I think, and then there was something else. But these are all the ones that they have in the box set so far. So I'm only missing the I actually purchased it, but it hasn't come yet. The Auto Club version, which is a really cool like 80s theme or early 90s themed Silverado. And the other one was a SEMA edition Silverado. And I haven't been able to find that anywhere. I mean, I can go online and buy it, but I'm not paying $200 for the truck. It's rare. There's only, I think, 800 units, or no, I think it was 1,000 units or 800 units made. It's super rare, so I'm not going to pay that much. But I figured I'd go through these ones. Now, this one here, they're not in chronological order because I just kind of have the GMCs separated. But this one was an O'Reilly's exclusive, I believe. This wasn't an O'Reilly exclusive. I don't think so. I can't remember if it was or not. I think it might have been, there was a Freedom Machine, but it was a 71 Dodge Challenger funny car. I think that was O'Reilly's. I can't remember which Freedom Machine one it was, but this is kind of cool. It's the same kind of things with the green one we've seen, except for it's a patriotic theme, and you can see it's got a red interior, overlanding back on it, and it's got a snorkel. So that one was pretty cool. Wasn't a huge fan. I mean, it's cool that it's got a patriotic scheme, but it just kind of wasn't production like. Then this one was a kind of a newer one. This is a 1990 model. This has like the bow tie cut into the paint, which was pretty cool. At first, I couldn't find this anywhere. I went all over looking for it, and within probably about a month of it being out, all of a sudden I started seeing it everywhere. So it was kind of funny. I ended up getting a couple of them and traded some off for it. This one here is a really neat one. This is the Sweethearts one. This one's going for big money right now. Even there was a super chase to it, which was a raw, and then there was a normal chase, which was really cool. But the Sweethearts one is really neat. It's got Soulmate on it. Just looks. This whole series was really cool. If you can get this whole series of Sweethearts, it goes for big money right now. So if you have it, definitely keep it in good condition. This one here was a Walmart one, I know. I happened to get this like right off the bat. This one was really cool. Another overlanding truck, but this time it was a Chevy. And it had this really cool blue on dark blue two-tone paint scheme. No snorkel on this one, but it does have the overlanding setup rack on the back. Did like that one. One of my favorite trucks has to be this Silverado that's slammed. Kind of looks like a 454 SS, but it's not. It's got Edelbrock paint scheme on it. Love the wheels. Those are the wheels from the 454 trucks, but just super clean truck. Love the packaging on it. Looked really cool. That one is actually kind of getting to be hard to find. Now this one here, this one cracks me up. I have this in white, and I think I have a duplicate of it, but the rack fell off. I don't know why. I don't want to open it. I know I think I have another one somewhere, but I gotta fix that rack somehow. But I absolutely love this one because, again, it's the same one as the green. It was separate, so it didn't come in a set or anything like that, but it's white. That was the only difference. But again, the rack fell off. The only thing with M2s is, like, sometimes you'll notice that there's things that don't secure to the trucks, and sometimes you have to kind of like, either if you can't find duplicates, you gotta like open them up, which is kind of sad. This right here was another Walmart one. This was a Quaker State truck. This one was hard to find at first, but then it became pretty easy. I still see some of these left on shelves. So usually if you're pretty good and you go hunt on a regular basis, you can find them. But you can see it says 1989. And I'm not nitpicking, but, you know, if you look at the headlights, they're more of a, basically a 1991 kind of style that are flush. But if you look on the back, of course, it says EFI, even though the trucks were technically throttle body injection, but they had electronic fuel injection labels on them. So that one's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it. But let's see here. Now we're getting into some harder ones to find. This one was a newer one here. This was an O'Reilly's exclusive. And this one was a pain in the butt to find. I went all over, could not find this thing. I ended up going on a trip to Kentucky and found it down there. The only problem I have is the box is kind of like banged up a little bit. But there's only 6,000 of these made, and people are paying upwards of $50 just for this one, just because of the color scheme on it. It's like no thrills or anything, but it's a clean looking truck. But yes, this was an O'Reilly's exclusive, hard to find, and I had to go to several different states to find it. Just so happened I was on vacation, I found it. This one here was one of the early ones that they released. 88 GMC Sierra, two-tone red, kind of like a white cream. Super clean truck. Again, almost identical to that other one, but just the color's different. And again, just super clean. I love how the boxes look for displays. That one had a chase, I think, with gold wheels and that. And then this one here is a newer one. This one I found at Walmart a couple times. This one is basically the same as the O'Reilly's, except for it has a darker gray two-tone. This one's got a red interior, and it's white, like white and gray. So that one looks clean. I love the two-tone trucks in the 90s, but these ones have just set the whole set apart, which is really cool. So now that we have those out of the way, we're going to get in the carded ones. We got the box ones done. I want to go through some of the carded ones, but I think I'm going to do the model kits first. There is a new model kit coming out this month. It's a Foose Chevy Silverado. and it's yellow. It looks pretty cool, but I have the original sets that came out. I do not have the chase ones because, like, again, I said I don't collect the chases, but this one here was really cool. I loved that blue. We've actually seen that blue. I thought it was the same as the, there's another one that's a carded one, the Coca-Cola one, but it's not. This one's actually like a matte finish. As you can tell, it doesn't have the door handle decals on it, but as a model kit, it was pretty cool. I ended up finding this one like the day it came out at my local Walmart. I mean, I got there and they were just stocking them up, so I bought 2 of them. One I wanted to open and kind of like mod it out, so I bought both of them. But this one's super clean. It has red walled tires on it, black rims, or you can do chrome with just black sidewalls on it. But a very cool kit. That kit came out the same exact time, and again, I was at Walmart, and it just so happened they put both sets out. Was this one, this GMC Sierra, and again, it's two-tone. So you got the black and silver, super clean. It's got steel wheels, black wall tires, or it's got these other kind of like more chromed out steel wheels with the blacked out tires. That truck looks super clean. Probably one of my favorite paint schemes. Red interior, black, and then it's got like a red pinstripe down it. Super clean truck. So those were 2 model kits that came out right off the bat. Then recently, they came out with this one, which was kind of weird. It's a 454 SS with the number 24 on it. And I don't know if it meant because, you know, the end of 2023 and it's going into 24. But again, he had red walled tires. I mean, the paint scheme was kind of cool. It's black with blue two-tone, but it had the numbers on it. It did have the front, that was like a customized front that we seen on one of the early trucks. But super cool. Flat roll pan in the back. So, not a bad looking truck. I just think the numbers look kind of dorky on it, but that's what that was. So, now we're going to get into the carded ones. I'm going to try to do these kind of in a different kind of order. Again, I don't have the SEMA one, but we're just going to kind of go through the 454s real quick. There's this one here. It's Got a Mean Streak, and it's a 1991 454 SS. As you can see inside of it, I don't know why there's like a red thing in it, but it came like that. Nothing's damaged on the truck. It's just like part of the assembly line plastic or something got cut into it. But this one was pretty cool because it's got the actual advertisement for the 454 SS on it. So that was pretty cool. But this one's a pretty easy one to find. There's a ton of them. I think there's like 9,900 pieces in it. But you can get this one pretty much for like 13 bucks online right now. I've never seen anybody not have a problem to find that one. We do have a couple of really cool solid color 454s. So we have, again, this black 454 SS, red interior. And unlike the one that was in the box kit, this one's not modified, except for its, like the front of it doesn't have like a cowl hood or anything. This one's just got black wheels, and it's kind of slammed a little bit. It's got a little bit bigger wheels on it. But this truck and this truck are almost identical. It's just this one's got the stock wheels on it. So, yeah. I mean, M2 is really good at marketing these trucks to kind of milk them out for what they are. But, yeah, again, 2 different trucks, almost the same identical truck. It's just this one's got chrome wheels. But that one's cool. Then you got into, there was a red 454 SS, which is pretty cool. This one's slammed, and it's got these 5 spokes that you'll see on almost all these 454s. So that was pretty cool. 454 badging on it. And again, this is if you see My Joe on it, it's from usually a hobby shop, so you have to buy them through a hobby shop. So then that was followed up with a white one. So that one was pretty cool. I like the white because it looks super clean with the red badging on it. And this one's a little different than the other ones because the other ones, though at least the black one had the squared off SS. Can you see it there? The red one does too. It has the squiggly ones, but it's just a year difference. But it's legit. That's what the actual trucks look like. So pretty cool. Like the white one too. So those were 454 SSs, and there's a couple other ones that they had. This one here is a more recent one. This is the Moon Industries one, Moon Equipment. This one's pretty slick. It's just basic, but it's got the Moon graphics on the side. It looks pretty clean. So we got that one. Then we have this one here. This was the Weekend of Wheels convention one. This one was really cool. This one's getting kind of pricey. You usually have to pay like 25 bucks for it, but super clean looking truck. Again, slammed 454 tonneau cover. Looks pretty clean. So we got that one there. There's only 3,600 units of that one. Now we're getting into rarer. This one here is the Super Convention, Las Vegas Convention one. This one has a really cool paint scheme on it. It's got, you know, deck of cards kind of paint scheme, cash, signs, and it's got horseshoes on it for luck. It just looks really cool. It was really, when I seen this one, I was like, I gotta have it. This one is going, this one's only 2,000 units. This one's probably closer to like 25, 30 bucks, but it's not like too outrageous. The funny thing is I went to my local House of Cars Detroit, and they actually had a couple of these sitting out. This one was a pretty hard one to find at first. This is the GM Carlisle one. And for some reason, there's styrofoam on it. I don't know why. But anyways, this one here, it doesn't say 454 SS, but this could only be found at the Carlisle, Pennsylvania car show for GM ones. They had, I think, a Camaro one that went alongside of this. But I wanted this truck only, and it was funny because if you were there, you paid, I think, 25 bucks for it, and after, Carlisle had a surplus of them still left over, so they sold them on eBay, and I was actually ended up getting a couple of them. I got this one, and then down below me, I got a matching one. There's only 1,000 units of it, but I think I have it down here. Got it here, yeah, right here. I got a couple matching trucks for some reason. I buy them and I kind of trade them. So, but right now, some of these trucks are going for like 80 bucks because you can't find them hardly at all. So I do collect some of them. I'll buy a couple extra ones to trade with people. So that way I can usually make a barter with somebody that has something that I don't have, because there's a lot of collectors out here in Detroit, and it gets kind of hard to collect stuff sometimes. This was a really cool, another 454 SS. This one, again, is a 93 model, black, but it's got yellow flames with a red interior. Probably one of my favorite trucks that they've done so far. It's got the cowl hood, but just a normal grille on it. Super clean, looks really good. And then they had this one too. This is a 1990 454 SS. So you can see it's got the bold print, the block print on it. But it's white with red, and it's got a cowl hood. So same kind of paint scheme. It's got a little different 5-spoke wheels, a little more aggressive wheel. So it looks pretty sharp. But again, that's another hobby exclusive. And there's only 6,000 pieces of this one, 6,050. And there was a chase to both of those. Now, M2 loves doing Coke stuff, Coca-Cola, and the OBS trucks went through a lot of different variants of Coca-Cola models. So we're going to start off with one of the, probably the second one that they did. This is another 454 SS. Again, super clean looking truck, slammed with those black steel wheels. Love that. Coca-Cola bottling company on it. Yellow, just different. This one's not hard to find. I mean, there's only 9,200 variants of it, but you can find these pretty easily. For some reason, this wasn't a super collectible one. I don't know why. I think it's super clean. They had this one, which was really cool. This is their Christmas one that came out in 2002. This was one with a plow. It's a GMC C, obviously, but it had a Christmas tree in it. And usually once a year they'll do the Christmas carded ones. And these ones get snagged up really quick. 9,600 pieces, but this one was hard to find. I had to go around to quite a few stores to actually find it. But very cool. Like it just, you know, catch the wave with Coke. It's got Santa on there. Another winter one that they did was this one back in 2002. This one is just a slammed, it's not a 454 SS, it's just a normal Silverado. Red interior, it's got Coke graphics on it, slammed, and it's got a Coke bottle in the back, which is pretty cool. And of course, it's got the old Coca-Cola polar bears on there. This one's another 9,600 piece one. This one, believe it or not, was pretty hard to find. I think I ended up buying that online because I couldn't find it anywhere. This one was hard to get at first, and then all of a sudden they started coming in the stores. This is this year's Christmas one. And the blue on this is absolutely sharp. It's this chrome metallic blue, and the camera doesn't do it justice. It actually looks like it's kind of like a lighter blue on camera, but when you actually hold it up in person, it's kind of, it's like a light to dark blue. It kind of keeps going back and forth. The camera does not do this color justice. This is probably the most popular one. This one came alongside a couple other ones, but most importantly, it came with a Dodge truck one that was like a bright red, like basically a 1974 Power Wagon that I absolutely loved. But the Power Wagon was easy to find. This one was not. I found one display and all of them were gone. I think I hunted for probably about a month to find this one. And I think I ended up giving up and having to buy it online. But super cool one. We're going back a little bit. These are the earlier ones. This one here, another overlanding one. Not a super popular casting for some reason. I think it's just because it's beige. But it's got the snorkel. It's got a brush guard on the front of it. Kind of this old-timey Coke advertising. There's 8,750 of these models, and you can find these easily online. They're not super popular. This was one of the earlier ones. This is another 454 SS, but what made this one really cool was it actually has a cap on the back. So unlike the other ones where they have tonneau covers, this one's actually got a cap. Just it's kind of like an 86 Coca-Cola graphics, which is kind of funny, but just super clean truck. Blue, white, two-tone. A lot of people snag these up. There was only 9,200 of these made, and there was a chase model with red wheels. But a lot of people snag these up because they made customs out of them, especially with the cap. There's two more trucks that we're going to talk about in these card ones that are Coke. This one right here, they made a ton of these ones. They made 13,850 of these ones, and there was a chase. But who needs a chase when you got this? I think the chase had red wheels on it and a red interior, but this one is silver metallic, and I mean, it is metallic. A lot of people thought this was the raw at first, but it's just super metallic-y. I mean, you can tell right on the camera. It looks like it's pitted because there's so much metallic on it. A lot of people bought these and stripped the Coke's graphics off of them. But just a clean GMC Sierra. Again, 1998. And this one actually has, if you look inside, I had to look real quick. It actually has a legit 1998 dash in it. So it actually, incorrect. It has a 1995 dash, or 1996, because those trucks had cup holders on the passenger side on top of the dash. And then in 1997, I think it was, or maybe it was 1997, they actually replaced that with a passenger airbag. So, but this looks like it's just a little bit out of date from what M2 says, but super clean truck. I actually really like this casting. I actually have a couple of these that if nobody trades with me, I'm actually going to I'll mod them out. I've modded a couple of trucks out. Here's the last Coke one we're going to do. This is another 454 SS Coke is it. It's kind of cool graphics on it, kind of like a celebration kind of graphics. Just a clean truck. They only built 4,400 of these ones. Now, you can find this one online, and it's not too expensive. This one I actually found in the store, but it's one of the rarer ones, and I think it's another underestimated one. Super clean. Just love the graphics on it. Looks cool. Looks a little different than all the rest. And then we got 3 more things to talk about. M2 loves doing haulers. I hope I got enough room for this. Let me move some of these out of the way real quick. Okay. I had to make some room. Just needed to take and clean up the table a little bit because the haulers take up a lot of space. So M2 has made a couple of hauler sets for these trucks, these OBS trucks. This is the first one. Now I had the Chase one of this. It had gold wheels and stuff. This is pretty cool. It is a really sharp metallic green. Supposed to be a 1998 GMC Sierra with an enclosed trailer pulling inside a 1960, was it a 68 Firebird? When I bought my original one, I went all over the place. These ones were hard to find at first. And went to Walmart, bought it, come home, and the trailer was like, all of a sudden it was loose in the box and it was broke. It actually separated and it was shaking around inside the box. So I actually took that one apart. Ended up luckily finding this one, which was in good condition. But I took the trailer apart on the truck, and if you're wondering what the Firebird looks like, this is it. This was the car that was inside of it. Kind of a cool metallic gold Firebird. I do like the old GMC dealer signs and Pontiac dealer signs in the back. But yeah, just a basic looking muscle car, nothing too exciting, with like a road course car. So I thought that was kind of cool. But I ended up taking the trailer, as you can see here, and I told you I bought another one of those model kits of the blue truck, and I ended up giving it drag slicks in the back, painted the bed in it, and gave it skinny runners up front. But this is what the trailer looks like without the thing on the back of it, so, or the cover over it. And then here is the towing truck. So as you can see, look how metallic-y this thing is. Super clean truck. Love the interior and stuff on it. Now again, this says 1998, but if you look, the dash in it is pre-1995. So not a big deal, but just little details. I mean, if you're a die-hard person like I am, details matter. But super cool little setup. I love the looks of the trailer and that, but it blocks out everything. Now the sides I thought could open up, which it looked like they did, but when I pulled it out, it actually just separated. So, I mean, you wouldn't be able to see the car anyways. But the trailer did make for a cool little setup to put this Silverado model kit on to tow it around with. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's that one. And there was, only 8,400 pieces of that one. Then we got into this Chevy set. Demon Carburetors one with a Nova on the back, a Gas or Nova. Pretty cool set. This one was hard to find at first, but then all of a sudden they started stockpiling, at least around here. 8,400 pieces, cool little car hauling utility trailer set up, and just a basic, it says 454 truck, but it's got the steel wheels on it, with chrome steel wheels. There's no 454 badging. And if you look, it's just got the normal tailgate on it. It's hard to see right here, but you can see it's got the normal Chevy tailgate. So I don't know. To me, it's not a 454 SS at all, but that's what it says on the thing. But cool setup. Nothing too exciting. Around Thanksgiving time, this is the last thing I have. Around Thanksgiving, M2 came out with their latest Christmas ornament set. They had, I think 6 or 8 different kinds of ornament sets. They're dual ornament sets, only available at certain Walmarts. I went all over the place. There's two Walmarts in Michigan that got them that I knew of. One was up in the Thumb, and when I got there, they were all gone. And this is the set. These are two 454 SS's. One's this really cool, like a matte red, like if you can tell, it's like a matte burgundy red, or it's not really burgundy. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like a, it's not even dark cherry. It's kind of just like a matte, shiny red. I don't know how to explain it. Then we got just the basic 454 SS over here, which is almost identical to the one that was in the Mean Streak truck, but it's got the newer back graphics on it. If you spin it around, in the back windows of the trucks, there's the holiday decals. So it's actually got decals in the windows. But this was a really popular set, still hard to find. And if you do buy it online, I ended up trading for it. But most people are paying over $55 for this thing. This is probably the most popular set. And there's only 5,400 of these trucks. A lot of people have taken the ornaments out, or the trucks out of the ornaments, and displayed them. I just like the box set because it just looks clean. But yeah, that's my OBS set so far. M2 does a really good job with these trucks, especially the OBS trucks. I've been really impressed with them. Now that they're onto the Dodge trucks, we're seeing a lot more different variants of the Dodge trucks coming out, and I've been collecting those too. So it seems like these Dodge trucks are my new thing. And you can see this one's got a Hellcat or a standard engine, which is pretty cool. This is like one of the newer model sets. I don't think I showed this one off yet, but there's more of these coming out, it seems like, every week. So that's pretty cool. I've already got, what, a new hauler set, probably 12 of these, or 10 of these so far. So, I mean, they're really jamming these ones out, almost like what they did with the OBS trucks. And then the only other real casting that I collect anymore are the Dodge Challenger 71 Dodge Challenger funny cars, which I have almost every single one over in a display. Let me take you over there real quick. Over in a display right here. So I love the M2. As you can tell, I got 66 Charger ones, but I actually ordered the Mr. Pibb one that's coming, and there's a Sweethearts one that I pre-ordered. So I'm going to have to make room in here, probably move some of these Daytonas out. But, yeah, I love that casting, too. I've got pretty much every one. That O'Reilly's exclusive, that Walmart one, another O'Reilly's ornament one, which I have another one in the box. Sprite, Coke, Freedom Machines. That's that Freedom Machines one I was telling you about. And the Shell one that came in a hauler. There's a Mr. Pibb one that came in a hauler, too. And then there's a Sweethearts one, so I'll have to make some room. But yeah, I absolutely love the M2 stuff. As you can tell, I got them mixed in with my Hot Wheels stuff here. And there's my Dodge trucks. And the GM trucks that's right below them. But yeah, if you're a huge collector of OBS stuff, let me know. I'm curious because I love talking to the guys who collect M2 stuff. So take and leave your comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.